Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins. I'm Trevor Hankins.
And I'm Julie Cannon.
And I'm Rachel Wells.
And you're on the air with Power Squared. This is
Force of habit, my bad.
yeah. This is our Jen can't be with us tonight, but this is our 17th book club, comic book club.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, 17. Hard to believe. We've all actually read 17 books.
Amazing.
Yeah. So tonight we're going to discuss.
Rooster Fighter by Shū Sakuratani.
And whose choice was this?
I think that was mine.
Okay. And why don't you tell us what attracted you to the book and why you recommend it we all read it?
Well, I had vaguely heard of Rooster Fighter when there was discussion going on about how the manga industry was outselling the American comics industry. And I was sort of drawn by the premise of, like, here's a rooster kicking ass.
Okay.
And as it happens, it's also getting an anime adaptation, but I was reading it before that announcement, and I thought it was a unique enough book to want to share.
Okay. So, what did we all think of Rooster Fighter?
I had to put it down a few times in a good way. Like, there are points in the book. This is me like reading, and then it's like, oh, why? No, it was
Dude,
really.
I'm with Julia. I love this. I love this book. And it's one of those things where the premise is really goofy. Like, it's a rooster that fights evil monsters.
Right.
But then there's some really sad parts, and you're like, I'm not supposed to take this seriously.
Yeah, I like some of the little, like his relationship with that old guy that kind of,
Oh, in chapter 1.
Yeah, I mean that.
Which one?
Well, but there was the old guy that kind of took him in, or he defended. I forgot. It's been a while since I've read the book, but he. Was this
Basically, he covered for the rooster when like two kids were messing with him.
Yeah. So the old guy took him in. So sorry.
Yeah.
But I thought that was kind of a nice touch for a book that's basically about a rooster kicking ass, basically.
Yeah.
A little One Punch Man-ish. You can always defeat whatever it is, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's out. As my understanding, he's out for revenge.
Yes.
Yes.
He is trying to find a particular demon.
That killed his wife or mother, wife.
Sister, I believe.
Okay.
Sister.
Sorry. Sister. Sorry. All right. So, what else do you want to say about it?
It was a really bold move to open the series with two chickens doing the sideless tango.
That's where I had to put it down for a second. I'm just like, listen.
Hey, chickens do it too.
I hope the anime starts like that.
Oh yeah, they announced it.
Also, I didn't know it was an anime when we signed on this book. Then I looked it up and I learned it was getting anime. I was like, yes.
I will say this, like, without that Rachel brought that up. Like, not the anime, when you brought the fact that the chickens are doing this thing. Like, I was gonna say this in the end of chapter 1. That's on him. That's on him. He deserved that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He deserved that. I'm sorry.
That just probably made him mean and madder.
It's like, that's on you for leaving the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Rooster's got to, I don't know what to
He's
say.
got to get revenge. He's on
Yeah.
a mission.
He's got a mission.
Go back. That was his mistake. He went back.
Well,
That's on him.
okay.
Okay, but anyway,
I thought the monsters were really over the top grotesque.
Oh yeah.
They're honestly a bit interesting because they're the manifestations of like human ills and issues in general.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see them explore more about that.
Okay, why don't you talk more about
like-
that?
Well, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of a specific example. Like one of the first monsters is like, I have to make the deadline. I have to do
Oh, like
well
an
at my
overworked
job.
salaryman, like basically
Yeah,
the
or like another
over-encompassing of
one
the overworked salaryman.
was a the other one was a human. Like they all seem to be human beings that morph into monsters. And
Yes.
the last chapter of volume 1 is we meet a little baby chick, and who is taken care of by a guy who's like in the yakuza, I guess, and he has this pressure to repay a debt, and it turns him into a monster, and it's really sad.
I think that one was like it's more of like I think it was like it was starting to fester, then that last I guess bit of
Yeah.
betrayal managed to trigger
Yeah.
whatever turned
Yeah.
you into a demon.
Yeah. Like when I first read volume 1 is like a kind of suspecting that's how that's like how demons were formed, and then chapter 4 like confirmed it basically.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we think of the artwork?
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I always appreciate when comic artists know how to draw animals. And I would hope the person who makes a comic about a rooster knows how to at least draw a rooster.
I would hope
But
so.
sometimes that's a lot to. Sometimes that's still a lot to ask.
Yeah, I appreciated the I guess anatomical correctness with the birds.
Yeah, you like animals. I mean, how'd you feel about how they were depicted? In the rooster?
I appreciated it. I like the attention to detail with how the animals were drawn,
Right.
especially the roosters and stuff.
Things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the line work and the inking. Like when I was just like reading it, it's like that's like something I aspire to get to.
Like the artwork goes really hard for such a silly story. And then if that
Yeah,
makes
it hit
sense.
me too. I found interesting the styles of certain human characters. They seem a little less anime and a little more like they seem a little almost vintage style, like something you might see in Showa era
It plays around.
cartoons or even like some Western cartoons.
Yeah, it kind of played around with both styles in terms of like that era, and then a little bit. I don't want to say like shoujo per se, because like there were some characters where they meshed with both like sides of like when people draw manga, and I thought that was pretty cool too. I think it's
Yeah.
also just because I believe the setting of the story takes place in various other countries, right? Because like the rooster's just kind of waddling wherever the road takes it or something, right?
Which is Japan.
He's just
isn't it?
going around.
Yeah.
I had to remind myself names. Even though the rooster Keiji is drawn like anatomically correct, I noticed there's some slight tweaking to make it look like he has like muscles, but it's done in like a believably.
Yeah.
You know what
Or
I mean?
like when like a bird puffs up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has personality too. I mean, you kind of get a
Yeah.
sense of.
I do love the pecs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
It's like what a chicken like what you would expect like a chicken like buffed up with hormones stuff like.
No, something I personally like about the artwork in general is how even though it's a detailed art style, the panel layouts are very clean, so it's pretty easy to follow what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Something else I really like is at the end of chapter 5, it has a translation note about the chapter titles and how in Japanese they're all bird puns.
Yeah.
Such as well, like they don't always translate into English, but one example is the bird who fights demons, or Juchucho-san, gathering with no rhyme or reason. The proverb refers to a gathering of random attendees, including a demon and a bird, and the chaos that then ensues. I love little language things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. I misremembered chapter numbers. I think it was chapter 5 that confirmed that it was confirmed how demons work.
Okay. Well, we were waiting for you to correct yourself.
And I also like how the end of the volume gives a hint at another character who joins the group.
And I
Oh
assume,
yeah, that's exciting.
and I
I'm
assume
definitely gonna read more of this in preparation for the anime.
there are at least 6 volumes I'm looking at.
Yeah, Char and I have read up through volume 6.
Let's go.
So there's plenty if you really want to keep reading. We actually never read volume 2 of anything. It's always volume 1.
You gotta start somewhere.
I know, but it'd just be interesting to read 1 and 2 or something, just to get an idea. Just a thought.
Well, anyway, yeah, it's interesting how Rooster Fighter manages to balance being silly and being serious and emotional.
Right. It's very well done. I give the guy a lot of credit. He did it all himself too, which is I always think that's really cool if you can do both.
Indeed.
Or actually, he probably did the lettering too. So, so one man.
I think I figured out a way to describe the tone of Rooster Fighter.
Okay.
It is like like One Punch Man is kind of a parody of like battle stuff, but it takes itself seriously enough to sell it.
Okay, so I guess we all liked it.
Yes.
We sure did.
Okay.
I'm definitely reading more.
Well, you've read more. Is there more coming?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I'd probably watch the anime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is that coming out soon, or is that in production, or do you know what the status of it is by any chance? If you don't, that's cool.
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, maybe a while before it.
There's
gets over.
no release date set yet, apparently.
Well, thank you for. And then
So it's just announced we're making it an anime, and then hoping for the best.
yeah, and then it takes a while for it to get dubbed and subbed or
You're
whatever.
making an anime. When?
Yeah.
And I guess something I'll mention about future volumes is
This art style, I imagine it will take a while to animate.
something I'll mention about future volumes is especially with forgetting her name, but I like how when the birds do certain things, it still takes bird anatomy into account with how certain things are possible, like using a cell phone.
Yeah, I found it funny, like the ending of volume 1, you do see like the chicken with like I think it was like a gut or something. I'm like, I guess. Like I looked at it for like a good 5 minutes, going, okay, I can see this happening, but also what?
Yeah, it's an
It's like a gun or a sword. Like I
it's
forgot
like a
exactly.
sword.
Okay.
It's electric.
Yeah.
Electric sword.
Like a taser?
Like,
I think swords and tasers are the same thing.
I
Hey,
think
listen, if Sherry Birkin can make a taser look like a sword, anything.
I think it's supposed to be kind of like a cattle prod.
Yeah, actually.
Which is more like a taser. That's-
It's a taser for cows.
Yes, there you go.
Well, in any case, they still take the actual anatomy of a bird into account.
Okay. Well,
I like the attention to detail there.
okay. So anything else anybody wants to say about Rooster Fighter?
Well, since I read ahead, I'll say I also like how, as it goes on, it explores themes of like family and duty and
Now, are the monsters still this? As Rachel was pointing out, kind of based on like Salaryman, that kind of stuff. I mean, are they?
yeah. But we learn more about the demons as it goes on, including like any hierarchies and
What's causing the demons? I mean,
You'll find.
well, okay.
I was gonna say, I hope they go into the origin and like more lore behind how these things form.
yeah, they do get more into the lore about it.
Okay.
So, there's a surprising amount of lore.
Okay. Well, I'm just. What are you?
Although, based on what was in Volume 1, it does have something to do with, like, negative emotions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stress.
Yeah, like you learned that both of like the salaryman. I think during the cruise ship scene, it's like this girl was just like this man who was very left me, and apparently that left her heartbroken or something. That one was kind of funny to me, but whatever. But then wait, the salaryman one was the one with the bird with the zoo, right? Or was it I forgot which demon was part of which scene. But I know there was a
Ooh, what was the
salaryman, then the
zoo?
girl with the broken heart, and then Yakuza, and then I forgot the first guy where I forgot what his woes were.
You mean in chapter 1 and 2?
Yeah.
I think he was
Chapter
like the salary man who wanted to do good at work.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the second chapter or the first one, like the one where the two kids
It was
almost
both.
got-
Yeah,
Oh, it was both?
the first chapter has
Yeah.
the salary man.
Okay.
Looking
What was
at
the
it
one
right
with the toucan? What was the one where the toucan was?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was the one where what was the chapter where he was at like a zoo or something?
Yeah, that was
That was
Or
my
the-
favorite. I love toucans. They're my favorite bird.
yeah.
We're looking for a chapter here.
Birds are pretty awesome, to be honest. I want to see way more birds in the series.
Birds
Like-
are a lot smarter than we take credit when we give them credit for.
Well, they're smart enough to like fight demons and seek revenge for their sisters.
Yes.
The toucan was in Chapter 3.
Oh, it's chapter. Oh, my bad.
It's okay. There's not a test later. You know. What chapter was?
David, is it bad to tell you right now I have test anxiety?
I mean, I misremembered there being 4 instead of 5 chapters.
Okay, the demon in chapter 3, he just kind of says, "There's no place for me at home. I'll kill you all."
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Head canon, he got evicted from his home, I guess.
Maybe.
Well, the message of that chapter was we meet the toucan, the old man, the old toucan, and he was essentially kidnapped from his home in Brazil to live in a zoo in Japan. But he found a new home in Japan because he was friends with all the birds and they're all his family members. And then this demon comes and talks about home and how he wants to destroy the toucan's home because I guess he just wants to bring misery to other people. That's that was interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
it's
I
like
noticed.
that chapter. Like I think that every chapter has some sort of lighting with it. It's like two sides of the same coin, essentially.
Yeah.
It's like this situation could have happened, but also this situation could have happened. So it's not like, oh, just because this happened, it automatically means you're gonna have this type of attitude towards it, I guess.
Yeah.
And I recall looking up this. I recall reading this, and I saw this old toucan man, and I was like, how long do toucans live for? And I looked it up, and it said about 18 years in captivity. And I'm like, okay. And then later in the chapter, the toucan says, "I'm 18 years old." And I was like,
Yay.
So I think the mangaka did his research.
Yes. He must have.
apparently so.
Yes, he probably looked up the same
Apparently
Wikipedia
so.
article.
Wild.
one reason I appreciate how good the artist is with drawing birds is because I'm personally not very good at it.
Or
Birds
not.
are a little tricky.
Yeah. I learned from an animal anatomy class, like they have, it's like with bird skeletons, the one thing that sets them apart is like the beak, but they can still be hard to, or it can still be hard for me to draw because of like how the feathers do.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like for me, I always get messed up with wings, and
Yeah.
also just like the way their body works. Like I'm used to drawing quadriplegic animals or quadruped animals. So then like a bird is like it's not quite shaped like that. So it's like, what do I do with you?
I've tried to do exercises before, like you try to like in each you try to like draw them in the shapes first, but then half the time when I even try to do that, I'm just like, why am I more confused than when I've begun? Like I understand this fundamentally, but why does this look? Why does this look more messy than when I started?
Birds are hard.
Why
They're
does it
damn
mine
really
look
cool.
like this? Yeah.
Why does mine look like that?
Basically.
In the words of Homer Simpson.
Yes, that's what I was referring to too. Yes. Anytime you put something together, it never looks like it's supposed to. Or it'll fit together backwards. Like,
Or my personal favorite, how come we have an extra pile of parts?
do these screws matter? Nah, probably not. All right. So, anything else we want to say about Rooster Fighter?
I don't know.
Okay. Anybody?
The urchins are actually pretty
Two
good.
feathers up.
Two feathers up. Okay. So
Also, if
that'll-
anyone's curious of the book, yes, sea urchins are actually pretty tasty.
You're gonna have to have that standard for all the books going forward. Feathers up.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
I guess, read it.
Really.
Yeah. Was it?
Read it soon because the anime's coming out. You all gotta get caught up.
Do it, you must.
Well, these aren't really that hard of books to read, so you could probably catch up in a couple of days.
I started reading this on Wednesday.
Well, there you go. See, I read it like a month ago, so I'm a little less familiar. All right. So, anything else we want to say?
I think that's about it for
Okay.
Rooster Fighter.
Yeah.
So I guess the next person, what?
I reminded myself, who's next?
Yeah.
It would be after you. It would be Jen, but she's not here.
Yeah.
So it would.
And I don't know if Jen will be able to attend these for a while. She's working a late shift from like 1 to 10 or something. So she may not, and I don't know if that's a permanent thing or what. So we're kind of, we may not have her with us for a while.
So next is Rachel.
Rachel. I don't think Rachel gets a choice, does she? No.
If I got the order right.
That's fine. Well, we're all friends here, so it doesn't really matter. So Rachel, you're on the clock. Go.
You know, I was thinking about it and I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
And she's left the show.
I think she can still hear us.
I can't.
I know
She's
that
wearing headset.
I
so-
know that headset anywhere. That thing's freaking Bluetooth.
What is it?
Oh, what?
Scott McCloud's The Sculptor.
I have that one.
What is it?
Scott
The artist
McCloud's The
Scott
Sculptor.
McCloud
The Sculptor. Okay.
he made Understanding Comics and Making Comics.
Okay.
It turns out he also makes like regular comics.
Okay. So that's your choice.
Yes, this story is very. My husband Dom loves this book. He loves it, and I have read it once, but it's been a while. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't read this quote. It's by a canceled person.
I read the sculptor before, but I haven't finished it, so now I have an excuse to finish it.
Really?
So we actually have we already have the book.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
This is more for sending on Discord. Is it this one? Because I'm searching it on Amazon, and it's like
It should be, yeah. Just Scott McCloud's The Sculptor.
okay, there we go. Okay, I found my.
And this is just a different cover.
Yeah, I just want to. I understand. I just want to triple check before because the one you have it just says like for
This
that
is
cover like a signed
published.
edition.
2015. So.
okay.
Um,
How many
yeah, it should be fine.
how many pages are in it, or I mean, is it like this, or is it?
Amazon says 496 pages.
Okay.
It's kind of thick.
All right. Okay.
Also, like, comics are easy to read, and
496 pages is still 496 pages. So.
it's true, but I think it's well worth at least one read. I think it's a story that'll take you by surprise. It's really, what are the words I'm looking for? It's a bit cerebral. It's really heartfelt, and I really just think it's worth a read.
That reminds me of somebody was one time was talking about how they were cerebral, and I go, no, which means you're not. So.
What'd you say you cut out there?
Oh, I was reminded of a long time ago. I met somebody that was talking about how they were cerebral, and I go, I think it's pronounced cerebral, so you're right, actually not. So.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I was like, wait, was I saying it wrong the whole time?
No, you were saying it right. It was saying it wrong. But I thought it was funny. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, cerebral is a different thing. All right.
Well, that's just cerebral.
Well, anyway, we won't worry about the
Like
pronunciation.
cerebral, like the cerebral cortex.
Yeah, or thinky stuff is cerebral. So it's 496. It's going to take a little while for everybody to read that, I would think.
Right.
So I don't know if we want to set a date or a goal or something, but I mean, how do you guys feel?
Well, for the most part, like I think like how we've been doing this since the beginning, like as long as we get like a week, 2 week leeway just to figure out scheduling, we should be good.
Okay, so it's usually, I think we should try to do these, but like 6 weeks apart or something like that. It's just sort of a guess on my part,
Right.
and that would kind of put us at the in April or no March, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on. We're doing WonderCon in late March, so
Excuse me.
that'd be a big one for us.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. We need to. Well, we'll figure it out a time. We'll just say sometime like early March, maybe.
Yeah.
See how it works. And if we should let Jen know, and if she can attend, she's more than welcome to. I just don't want to put pressure on her. Okay.
I gotta say, I chose this. I wanted, like, when I was thinking about what I'd want to recommend, I wanted to do a Western comic because I think we do a lot of manga on the show. Not that I don't love manga.
Mostly manga on the
but,
show,
like,
yeah.
The West deserves a turn sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes. And also it's one book. It's not serialized. So, like, you're getting the whole story.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a one shot,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
500
Yeah.
pages of it. Okay. So,
It's a big, thick boy, but,
okay.
All right. So,
Alright.
if you're watching this on YouTube later and you like this, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and if you made it this far, comment cock-a-doodle-doo.
Put a rooster in the comments.
Yes. If you're looking for a silent fidget toy, use our
Affiliate code.
why am I fumbling this? If you're looking for a silent fidget toy, use our affiliate code Martin Eli to get 10% off your purchase at getono.com.
And then they've changed their website?
That's what he said.
Okay, all right. All right.
OnoRoller.com is now getono.com.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm always slow on the uptake. All right. So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins. I'm Trevor Hankins.
I'm Jilly Cannon.
And I'm Rachel Wells.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.
Bye.
Bye.